Hey Maya, so I am looking at your plans. First thing, when this is, you can click on here and then this little, so I'm clicking on nothing. I click just on the view and then this bubble shows up and I can drag that in just to help neaten this up a little bit. For sections, I can also split them. So if I double click here, click on my section, that little zigzag shows up. I can click on the zigzag and then those little bubbles show up and I can just reduce those a little bit to clean it up. So you were specifically looking at your RCP. So I come to your RCP. Same thing here. I'm going to click on this, bring in that bubble, click on this, and bring in that bubble. So you mentioned you don't want to see the sand on this. I actually think you do want to see the sand because that's representing gypsum board. So I actually think you do want to see that pattern. If you did not want to see that pattern, you could double click on here and type in VV as in Victor, and then come over here to your visibility and under ceilings, it's either ceilings or floors you're looking at. It's either the bottom of a floor or it's the top of a ceiling. So here I would come to patterns, projection, and I would override them and unclick visible and hit OK and then hit apply. And if that doesn't clean it up, the other place that could be is floors. So over here, I could go to my patterns, override, and click on visible, hit OK, hit OK. And it looks like it was the floors that got rid of it there. So your last question was about, and let me just click on here, click on this dash thing to clean that up, drag out those bubbles. Okay. So your last question was about the wall height, and I don't know where you were working, maybe in here. So you had dimensioned this and you wanted to make it, I'm assuming, to 8 foot. So I can dimension here. If I just click on this, it's probably not going to let me change it here, but I can click on my wall and then, how did you make this? Oh, this is an edit in place wall. Okay, so I just need to change the actual height of this. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to type in DL as in Daniel Lion. And then I'm going to make a detail line for myself to reference. So I'm going to come up and type in 8 feet, hit enter. And then I'm going to come over and I'm just, this again, just a reference. I'm then going to align to that. So if I go to annotate, modify, align is this one. I can click on this line and then click on that. And that'll bring that up to 8 feet and make that 8 feet. If this had been a wall, you would have changed it in properties. I also could have done edit in place, clicked on here, and I could have changed my extrusion to 8 foot 1 inch. So I guess this must be raised up 1 inch off the floor. It looks like it starts an inch under the floor. Anyway, so that's what's going on with that. All right, good luck. Please let me know if anything else comes up. I think your model's looking really great so far. The only other thing I would say for the schedules, since I don't see those on here yet, and to save you a little bit of time, you can bring in the schedules from the sample project I put up. So if you go to, let's see, in structure, I think it's this one, login, modules. If you go down, okay, so link to drive with example Revit file and PDF. Click on that, click on this. And then you're going to download this file. So if I now go into your file and go to insert, I can insert from file, insert views from file, and then I would go ahead and find that. So mine's under downloads right now, I think. Downloads. I hit open, and then I can come on here and I can bring in my room finish schedule, my schedule. I don't know if you'll have a door schedule because I'm not seeing any doors, but if you do, you'll have a door schedule, sheet list, paint schedule. And actually, you can even bring in the cover sheet if you don't have your cover sheet yet. But you can hit OK, OK, and that'll bring those right into the project. So this already is a cover sheet that you can kind of, and it has the sheet list on here. So you can go ahead and make sure these things are right. It looks like I need to fix the order of these things. So to fix the order of this, I would come over here, go to sorting grouping. Actually here, I think I have to show. So unhide all and just change the order here. So I want 1, and it looks like you already have a cover page, but presumably that would go away. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I would click on here, hide column, close out of that, and it should, yep, now it's all in order. Make sure here for project number, you put in your project number. So I think it's 2.3. This should be your name here. And your own image here. And then if I go to your enlarged floor plans, you can drag on some of those things. So if I come up to, I'm looking for drafting views. So I come to drafting views, I can just drag the paint schedule right on. And then you would obviously put in your own paints that you're using in here, whatever you've marked in your elevations. You can bring on your schedule. And this is all your different finishes that you can mark in. And so to edit this, you would just double click and then you can type right into these and make them whatever they should be, making sure that whatever code you're using matches whatever code you've labeled on here. And your room finish schedule would be, where is that? Under schedules, schedule quantities, you could drag that on. And the only thing is right now this is a filter on it. So you would want to filter it to be this room, whatever you've called this room. So let's see if I tag the room. So architecture, tag room. So it looks like this is called cafe. It looks like that might be a couple of different spaces though. So let's go to our main floor plan and check what it should be called. So it looks like this might be gallery. Where is this cafe? So it looks like this maybe needs a room separation line. So I'm going to come over to architecture, add in a room separator from here to there. And let's see if that fixed one of those. Now if I click gathering space, looks like gathering space doesn't know where it is. Does it not know that's a room? Ground level, base level. I'm going to delete that a second. I'm going to go back to tag room. Okay, so let's put a new room in here. So architecture room. It's still not reading that as a room for some reason. Control Z. So it looks like it's the outer. There's a couple, oh, I guess like the outer limits aren't reading for some reason. So I'm going to come to room separator and draw in that outer limit. Let's see if that fixed it. So now if I tab, okay, so now the gathering space is showing up in the gathering space, which is a good thing. This one, so it looks like the cafe is bleeding out a little bit. So where is that happening? I think this is not reading as a wall right now, so I'm going to put an architecture room separator from here to here. Let's see if that's better. Yep, that's better. Okay, and then the gallery right now, I assume the gallery is just that back part. Although I could be wrong, maybe the gathering space, I don't know if it's going further. I'm going to go ahead and add room separator lines here to kind of, actually, you know what, the other thing is I think I don't have the other model linked into here, so that might be part of the problem. But regardless, if it's showing up as rooms in your model, this is not an issue. But basically, wherever I'm having something that's not reading as a room, I'm just adding the room separation lines so that it reads as a room. Okay, so it looks like it's the gallery space that I'm assuming this will be called gallery space as well. I'm just going to give this one also a wall so the reception's tied off. So architecture, room separator. So here to here. Let's get that fixed that. Yep. Okay, so now that's there. Now that's here. Let's see if we can at least cut off the computer lab. So architecture, room separator. And it looks like this wall's also not reading. And it could be because I don't have the other file linked in. I don't think I downloaded it. Okay. All right, so basically it's the gallery space that I should be looking at. So if I come over to my large floor plans and come to my room schedule, double click on it. Here under properties, I want to go to filter, and here I want name equals gallery, and that should bring that room up. And it didn't, so let's see what I did wrong. Did I spell it differently than you spelled it? I used lower cases. I don't know if that would have done it. So let me see. So if I come back to here, so I'm going to filter, name equals, so let's say name begins with GAL. Okay. It looks like there's 2 galleries. I think we want 17. So this gallery I'm going to delete. Okay. So now the gallery is showing up on there, and you can add in more information about the floor finish, the base finish, the ceiling finishes, etc. right in there. All right, thanks so much.